Alright, that was the thumbnail, now let's get started. Amber, the first playable character we got to meet in the game, aside from the MC of course. And also the only one that owns and plays the soundtrack currently playing, then throughout the entire rest of the game, it never got played again. Aside from a select few world quests and limited time events. Big sad. Kaeya, Mr. Ice Bridging Man. We all know this. If you all been a 1.0 player or either you're just starting out, you tried this yourself, right? You tried to bridge to this one island on Monsa that's unreachable, and then you tried to bridge to Inazuma, only to get storm-locked. Congratulations, you wasted your time. LMAO. Lisa, put her on field, use the Japanese voiceover, plug your headphones in, parentheses important, and climb a cliff. Trust me, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, sorry that I'm not sorry. Barbara, something ear rape. Gambatte ne. Razor. Xiangling. As you can see over here, I do not have her build because I never really cared about meta and, well, that's about it. But I guess we can all agree, right, that Xiangling is... Beidou. I don't remember much about her, but one thing that I do remember is this one photo from her hangout quest which shows her embracing the MC with our face within shin and tibia proximity towards her bosoms. Yeah, someone's good into that. Oh wait, who am I kidding? There is already. Xingqiu. As you can see here, I have him mildly built, as you can- oh, that's bad. Oh, mediocre. Oh, disgusting. Terrible. But aside from that, we can also still agree that Xingqiu is... That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! Ningguang. Originally, she was going to be a 5-star, but according to popular demand, it was decided that Keqing was going to be the 5-star instead. That's what I heard though, I don't really know. Fischl. Apparently she is way better than Yae Miko meta-wise, but again, I never really care about meta, but I heard great things about her, so I'll just say that she is also... That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! Speaking of which... Bennett. That's why he's the GOAT! Noelle. That's why he's... Maid Saitama, you already know, something, her hangout quest mentions 100 push-ups and 100 something I forgot. Hashtag make Noelle a Favonius net already, and a 5-star variation because, well, she deserves it. Man, a lot of goats here. Who's next? Chongyun.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
No offense, John. No offense, but really in the newest Lantern Ride event, man really tried to blend in here. Sucrose. I don't know, she has cute ears and she has perfect chemistry with Albedo. Get it? Chemistry? Yeah, nothing else though. Jean. In Valka's character trailer, there is this frame that this guy decided to pull a emote on. And also rumored, I guess, to have it printed and pinned above his bed as well so he can sleep while looking at it. LMAO. Diluc. Something justice, red-headed Batman. And this NPC that seems to thirst over him for basically 7 years now. Qiqi. We all know the infamous song that goes along with her. I pulled a Qiqi. I pulled a Qiqi. Which kinda happened to me, I guess, on the Columbina release banner. Kinda sucks, but you know what? I got to buy afterwards, so we good. Mana. Or I guess Mona, the correct way to say it, because if you switch the position of the N and A of her name, you got the reason why a lot of people play this game. Well, play. It's mostly for other reasons.
As to reflect the gentle yet imposing booty. Booty.
Qiqi. Apparently the first girl that initiated this whole MC harem of this game. Which is pretty funny, I guess. And also, the character that this animator cannot get enough of. Keep going, my friend. She'll be real someday. Venti. The first limited 5-star character in the game, and also the only character in the game that uses a female face model on a medium male body model. Believe it or not.
Venti's model has a tiny special detail you probably never noticed. Although he's in the medium male category for body shape and animations, Venti's face shape is based on the medium female base model. We can see Aether's cheeks are a bit more narrow and his chin is a little bigger, so combined with Venti's larger eyes, this subtly gives him a more androgynous look and shows Genshin has always paid attention to the little details even since the very beginning.
Klee. Obviously the Little Red Riding Hood. If she was Osama bin Laden. Diona. Dio. Hates alcoholics, but keeps feeding them because of her Midas touch of being able to mix abhorrent and horrendous ingredients into a viable and delicious drink. Truly a severe case of a reliable shaker. Tartaglia, or Child D, apparently dubbed as Mr. Worldwide. Worldwide means being chucked over different worlds through abyssal rifts. Xinyan. Obviously, a lot of people would be like, who is this? Yeah, I know. Me, however, I would say she's pretty cute, right? And pretty much the only 4-star with a 5-star splash art. Be honest, like, look at this, bruh. Damn, that is so big. The amount of detail in this, like, splash art, that's actually a 5-star splash art right there, bruh. This Chongyun, the thickest shielder in the game, and the one that allows low cortisol gameplay. Albedo, or Albedo, whichever. It is the favorite character of Mr. Lure Scholarship Arnold, and also the profile picture for my brother's main Genshin account. Me, I don't know, I don't really care and like this character a lot, so that's all I got. Ganyu, the only character in this game, lore-wise, that suffocated a monster because of her voluptuousness. Believe it or not. Yes.
Her lore is that a monster tried to eat her, but her ass was so fat that the monster choked to death and it died, and she escaped. Holy moly, that's a great plot. I thought so too.
Xiao. Xiao in Chinese literally means small, which is fitting for the character and his North American main who seems to moan every 5 minutes.
Oh my god, I'm blooming!
Hu Tao. A victim of many things. For instance, this video titled Kiss Me Hu Tao, which got a lot of views. A thread of how Hu Tao changed my life, which got to a lot and unhealthy amounts. And of course, something about slimes. If you know more than that, then get help. Meanwhile, canonically, this poor girl just wants to be merry and just needs a hug sometimes, as shown in this cutscene. Very wholesome. Wow. Rosaria. Nothing much to say about her, but just your typical, I guess, nun or a religious themed costume character, but, you know, she's kind of not, I guess, and of course her splash art looking a bit tempting, so to speak, and that's why I used the the other variation of her costume, because I just don't really like characters that are like portrayed as a bit religious, but they're kind of not. Overused trope, isn't it? Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Yanfei. She got 2 nicknames. If you're in the meta side back in the day, or if you're still going strong now, Tangfei. But if you're on a niche community and probably a bit of an oddball, she is called Queen Fei, which means we have one more in me. Eula, also known as End User License.
End user license agreement. Literally the only physical DPS. Possibly racist. Has the biggest slappy in table.
And if you go back to frame 1 or just take a look at the thumbnail, she is apparently useless. For now anyway, because who knows, everybody say Cope right now, she'll make a comeback soon because physical meta and the future LMAO. But aside from all that, I guess she's pretty cute, right, with her sundry like vengeance blah blah blah, and she got drunk 2 times in the old event and the recent event. And also something about Lawatron. And lastly, Kaedehara Kazuha, which is apparently called the Canadian Ava or the male MC because of the similar design-wise and also the more Canadian color palette with the maple leaves and all that. That is all I've got. Let me know what you think about all these opinions in the comments down below. Thank you for watching Diluc. Keep respect and God bless, and I'll greet you all in version 2.x. So long.
모든 걸 걸어 이 감정 속에 무너져도 좋아